Well, Greg and I are here today, and we're just going to, last couple of days, we brought the shop, dismantled it and brought it up here, and it got covered over, and we're cleaning it out, burning all the stuff, and just thought about making a little documentary history of the shop and make a few comments about them. And I was going to show Greg and just kind of reminisce a little bit. So
yeah, I mean, looks like we have a very interesting piece right here.
This one,
yeah,
it has a little 2x4, and it's got a kind of shaped off 2x4 nailed to it. Why would Dad do something like that?
I don't know. I think maybe it's you know, when maybe we had one of his fainting spells and fall on the ground. You know, maybe he could use that to tell him which way was up.
Oh, that's probably it. Yeah, it's probably a prominent place in the shop, you know, because he used to faint and go all over the place.
So no matter where he fell, he could
look around and go, oh yeah, that way is up. Yeah, that's a good idea, Greg. Here's one. This one is a corner piece. That's really not, that's just typical. But here's something where he's made a door facing out of 1.5 by 3s, which was, he probably just had them lying around, and there's not really any good use for them, so he put them to good use. Yeah. Oh God, here's something interesting.
What's that?
This is just 2x4 here.
Yeah, what's so interesting about it?
Well, it's a normal 2x4.
Oh yeah, oh, I see that.
Yeah. I found out, I think I found at least 3 of these.
3 actual 2x4s?
3 actual normal 2x4s.
Wow.
That were used in the building of the shop. Yeah.
That's a rare find right there.
Yeah. Well, since it is so rare, I thought that I would probably just limit maybe one to the first 3 families that come. Does that sound?
That sounds like a good idea.
Right. I don't want to see it on eBay, Greg.
Okay. If I get it, I promise I'll hold on to it.
Okay. And this one, I guess, I don't know, I guess he just ran out of, just needed a little extra splice there to nail something on. I have no idea.
That's an interesting thing.
Yeah. He's got a 2x2 nailed to a 2x4, well, an odd 2x4, but it's still 2x4. Yeah. I think he tried to save a 2x4. That way he could have something to nail to if it was in the corner.
That makes sense. That makes good sense.
Yeah. Here's the rest of them. That's just a few. And there is one other category that we have. It's over here. Maybe we ought to walk over there and take a look at it.
What do you call these?
Well, I was trying to think, and I guess I just came up with, good Lord, what was Dad thinking? I have no idea where in the world he would put that in the shop, but tacked and nailed and spliced, and I do know that he likes to use every bit of wood.
That's right. Nothing was ever thrown away.
Nothing was ever thrown away. Speaking of nothing ever thrown away, what about this ladder? You said you had a story on this ladder?
Yeah. Now, I don't know if there's any validity in this or not, but I think Dad took this ladder away from Uncle Earl because this top rung is missing. And I think what Dad told me was that Earl would climb this ladder, and every time he would just step right through thinking that there was another rung there. So I don't know if Dad took it to fix it or if he just took it to keep Earl from killing himself. One or the other, I don't know. But I think that's the story.
Yeah. Well, it could be true. It really could be true. Here we have a lot of some of Dad's assortment of sawhorses. Dad, I think, built a sawhorse for every project, or even when he got bored. Yeah. He had any time on his hands, he'd build a sawhorse. So.
Plenty of them.
Plenty of them. Later on, we're going to have a Wrigley Sawhorse review. And that should be the finale and kind of fun thing to do. Just a couple items. These are just miscellaneous boards, but I did find this one. And I believe that it has to do with when Dad put in the stove, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's some burn marks here.
Yeah. So that's probably where the stove went through. It's amazing the thing didn't burn down, didn't it? Wasn't it?
Yeah, we know that the grace of God was constantly with God, and I mean with Dad, and protecting him, because he did crap like this all the time.
Yeah. Here's something I saved. It really wasn't in the shop, but I was thinking about it. I think we probably ought to just note that I think Dad had a secret belief that if he had enough of these, that he could build a house.
Because there were a bunch of them.
And they're torn apart and put in various places of storage areas and stuff like that. But I honestly believe he did thought that.
Well, you know, he did have that experimental storage area behind the house that was built completely from this type of material. So you may be right.
Yeah,
it was a tester.
So here's the siding on the house. There's not too much to be said about that. Although it has, after pulling it out, I had to realize that there were just millions of ants in there, and so they're without a home now.